In this channel, we talk about everything regarding research. So if you need to learn anything regarding research, you could make reference to all of the videos on this channel. There is no topic that has not been taught on this channel when it comes to research. In today's video, we'll be looking at the concluding part of research data collection, and today we'll be focusing on interviews and observation. Interview is a direct interaction with respondents. Is a process through which the researchers have a one-on-one conversation. It could be face-to-face or it could be through phone conversation with the researcher and with the respondent based on what the researcher aims to gather data on. And we have various types of interview. We have the structured interview. In this kind of interview, we have fixed questions and limited response option. So you ask them and then you give them that, okay, is this what you think? The researchers provide a presumed response for the respondents, unlike semi-structured, where there's flexibility and where the respondent is allowed to express themselves regarding the subject matter. They're allowed to talk for as long as they want, and then the researcher takes notes based on what the respondent is saying. We also have the unstructured. In this unstructured, they are open-ended and conversational. Majorly, it will be in form of a conversation rather than an interview, where the respondent is allowed to talk for a very long period of time, expressing themselves, and sometimes the researcher then comes in when he or she feels that the respondent is going out of the context of their discussion. We also have focus group discussion. In focus group discussion, it's putting together of a small group of people. Minimum is 6, while maximum could be 8. And there's a moderator. The researcher is usually the moderator who guide the conversation and ensures that no respondent speaks above other respondents, ensure that they are all given equal chance of responding to question, and that nobody is looked down upon or no response is looked down on during the course of focus group discussion. We also have depth interview. This is a one-on-one in-depth discussion to explore the insight of the respondents on the topic that is on ground. Panel interview. Panel interview is a form of interview where instead of having multiple respondents, this time we would have multiple interviewer, but we'll be interviewing one respondent. So we can have 3 or 4 interviewer interviewing just one respondent on a subject matter. Then finally we have the telephone interview, where interview is conducted over the phone for convenience and for efficiency's sake. Now let's go to observation. What does observation mean? Observation involves watching your subject in their natural environment. You're watching them, you're analyzing your subject. Let's say, for instance, you want to study the marriage pattern among the Ashantis of Ghana. If you're using observational method, you go to Ghana to observe them. Observe the people of Ghana when they are conducting their marriage rites. We also have different types of observation. We have the participant observation, where the researcher would engage in that activity. For example, the one I gave, marriage among the Ashantis of Ghana. So you be a part of marriage rites. You observe what is done from the beginning of the ceremony to the end of the ceremony. But non-participants in this case will mean that you don't have any interaction with the subject, but you are observing them from a distance, right? And we have the overt type of observation and the covert. In overt, the subjects, the people you're observing, know that you're observing them. They know what you're observing about them. But one of the disadvantage of this overt is that the people tend to mice or not be free when they know that you're observing them. They want to do things differently so that they would not be judged. But in covert, they are not aware, so they freely do whatever they want to do, and you get all of the data that is necessary for you. But one of the disadvantages that, when people observe that there's a stranger around them, they somehow put themselves together, and then you may not even be allowed to interview them. So every method has their pros and their cons. So thank you for watching today's video. Do not forget to like and to subscribe for more content like this. And also don't forget, if you have any question, do well to put it in the chat box. Thank you. See you in the next video.